Howdy, gang. A little late to the party this time around. I wanted to stream yesterday, just kind of lost track of time. But we're here now, and we're finally gonna do a dunge. That chest just had rupees in it, right? The reason it's closed. Spooky sounds as soon as we enter. So until now, we've mostly been fighting, goblins. There were a couple of unique enemies to other temples, but this one has, like, a completely new set. Aside from bats, maybe. Because, you know, of course we got the Master Sword. So our damage output is massively increased. Got those Doom Crawlers from outside, but it's the first of them. I'm sure these things have a real name, but I just named them based on their function. Also, I need to put away my lantern. Wasting oil. Let's see. I have special bombs, so I don't want to put them on the arrows. I feel like you don't use the claw shot that much in here either, but I don't know what else I'd want to equip. Not the fishing rod. Slingshot's not good anymore, I have a bow. You know, the boomerang might actually uproot the crawlers, so that could be useful to keep on us. Try that. I can lock on. Hey, it worked. Cool. Oh. Oh. Yeah, it wasn't the right way to go either. I might actually need the claw shot. Yep, there it is. And I dearly miss about the Wii version is the ability to aim. It's still just a little too finicky. You just give it a light tap of the stick and it goes, like, way away from where I want it. Yeah. Wow, there goes all my health. Signed up for. Let's say I get across this room, I'll drink a potion. Oh boy. Gonna make it? I think the skull blocked my path. That might be death. Yeah. Damn. It's a habit of mine to roll off ledges when I'm going for jumps. Just because I think that it makes you go ever so slightly further, but also it completely eliminates the possibility of you hanging off the ledge, which is really annoying when it happens. However, when you land after rolling off a ledge like that, you do another roll and landing. It killed us last time. So I guess I'll have to not do that in this dungeon. Chain over there. Ah. I guess the claw shot does the boomerang thing for me. Single target, but it's all you really need. Little skelly boys. If I went out there and grabbed that, I wouldn't make it back, so I have to bring it to me. Oh, have to step back just a little further. Hair's going in my ear. Itchy. I don't know why I broke that pot like I was gonna get health. Not how this works. Speaking of health, get some. And hopefully I find Jelly or a fairy nearby. Or Uku. However you pronounce his name. I just don't want to go through that room ever again. There, I think I mentioned that last episode. Whenever you need oil, it's usually just provided for you for free. No real reason to ever keep a bottle of it, unless you just really like to have your lamp on. Ew. Heck. Might just be another one of those rooms that lags for no reason. Not as egregious as the one in the water temple, but I don't know why it's happening. Maybe it's all the little men that are doing it. So, I think I'll just run. So, structure-wise, this is similar to the Forest Temple in Ocarina of Time. Gotta take down a bunch of, pose to unlock the way to the boss room. And, we've already been through the sewers, so we know how to deal with these. These are special pose. Look at them. They're weird. I guess that they're maybe Gerudo ghosts. Maybe that's why they look different from the others. But they do still give you the collectible pose swirls, so you get 4 of them for free, I guess. Something that you don't really think about is that, you know, the Gerudos are not Hylian. They're a different race, like an orc would be in a traditional fantasy world. Oh, and I need to sniff this ghost panties real quick. You don't really need to use this, but it helps you find the ghost, which I think some of them are hidden behind, like, invisible walls. Anyways, yeah, the Gerudo aren't, like, Hylians or humans as they are. Completely different race, so I guess it would make some sense that they have a different ghost. It's also why they only have one male born every 1,000 years or whatever the hell. 100 years. I don't remember the time period, but only one male at a time, pretty much. And he's always the king, and he's always Ganondorf. Yeah, why not? I'm already in this room. Oh boy, I hope the rest of this dungeon isn't like this. It's really saddening. If I get to a room that's, like, disgustingly laggy, I might, restart the game and turn off the HD mod to 100% fix things, because I played through this with no problems before with the, you know, normal graphics. I think I might need the heavy boots to get more leverage. No? Is that not how it works? Figure this out. A claw shot point up there, but I think it's a little too far. So else, I would be able to. I can try to aim at it at least. Maybe there's something I can latch onto. It's not that. Rick over there. I feel like it has something to do with the chandelier looking thing. Maybe I can crawl onto that. A bit far out though. Transform. There's no scent here. So maybe that means I come out of this room. It could also mean that following a linear trail or... No, it's not. I'm fine. I think I probably come out of that room, because it didn't seem to want me to go forward in it.
Little ball bayblade.
Okay, let's see behind door number 1. Oh, it's a fucking re-dead. I didn't think we'd see those so early. Eh. I'm not even sure if you would call it a re-dead, and it's still kind of a mummy, so I guess that'd make it a gibdo. You know, they're functionally the same thing. But that's their main deal. They shock you with fear. I don't really want to get close to them. I think bombs are effective against them. That. Now, I don't know, they look all dark and gritty. Like, they fit the aesthetic of the game, but there's something about the ones in Wind Waker that I think is just horrifying. Maybe it's how misshapen their bodies are. They look like elongated grays. Plus they're all starved. It's not like this guy's just like, oh, he's a mummy. Big whoop. That scent definitely led me in here, so there's something spooky going on. In the room above. Ah! So turning this must have opened up a door in the room above as well. That chest is just there. But I may have blocked off the entrance. I did. So So then... there should be 2 openings. I guess I have to line it up properly. Or not. Huh. Maybe I'm dumb and I can claw shot up through this. I don't think it's open right now, though. I may have closed it just then. I did, and that does seem to be the intention. Where do I do it, though? There we go. So, question of the day. If ghosts and whatnot appear when the remains are desecrated, this sort of curse, why aren't rats haunted? Are ghosts just like that petty that they only care about humans? One of these has to be the real thing, and I think it's that one over there to the right. I don't see a chain for it, you see? I'm just dancing a bit. Actually sure how to tell when you can hit him. It looks like he might have turned purple for a second when it worked. I guess that's all there is to it. Cool. And it looks like we have to turn the thing back if we want to go into that other room, which I assume will take us up to the upper level. We got the key. Hell yeah. Another one of those boxes. Guess I'll figure out how to move them in here. No, that's just broken. You can't climb it. Get her over there. Ow, what the fuck? Shit. Whoa. Right, so I mentioned last time that, Master Sword was the second last thing you actually needed the wolf for. So, obviously this dungeon is the last thing. Quote, last. You need him for, like, one more thing very briefly, but essentially the last thing you need him for. It's kind of neat, because, you know, getting the Master Sword gives you the shapeshift power. So they're turning it into another dungeon tool. Keep building on it, like how we never phased out the heavy boots. See, I pushed that box there because I figured there'd be a chest or something right here. There was not, but it looks like I might need it here to have room to pull this chain anyways. That's how the birds and the bees work, kids. Okay, I can jump off right here. I wonder what the point of that is. Gotta be something to it, right? Can't exist just to crush you. So what's sad about this is you'd think there'd be text here, and you see there's text all around it, but then there's just a symbol here. It's like they got lazy. Plenty of stuff will Hylian script on it, and this is just like a symbol. Show me a compass! This will open up the chest door. Oh no, it's a man. You gotta get that quiver upgrade, huh? I'm gonna do this a lot because it takes a long time to get out of the stun. You know what? The Master Sword ain't even shit. The bow's always been the real hero's weapon that nobody mentions. It's not iconic for some reason, but it's always the white arrow or the silver arrow or whatever that does the Ganon slaying. You'd think he'd be more of a renowned archer than a swordsman, but nah. Even in the first game, the Master Sword wasn't a big deal. I wonder why they just decided to change the focus to it. You know, you get the wood sword from the dude in the cave, and then you can just find the level 2 gray sword on top of a mountain in a stone. Obviously a King Arthur reference, but that would have been the Master Sword. And then you can get the silver and a gold one flying around. Like, there wasn't any special attention drawn to it, besides the fact it was in a stone in that first game. Bastard. So you can hear the lantern shaking. I think this is probably one of those rooms with the hidden walls I was thinking of. It's probably right there by the sand that's behind me, actually. Ordinarily, I just go for it without the shape-shifting, but you need to be a wolf to kill him anyways, so there's no harm in it.
Stop it! Oh.
Why'd it get dark? Oh no. Whoa! What the hell just happened? It was like a freaking dog chasing its own tail. Right, so, speaking of lag, I noticed recently that the recordings that I ship over to, YouTube, sometimes I get a little stuttery at points, because it's, you know, directly what was displayed during the stream. However, I do have it recording on my computer itself, and it's always a lot smoother looking video-wise. I always upload the VOD just because it's, you know, already uploaded. It's quick and easy. But, you know, whenever I get a bigger bandwidth limit or whatever, I'll be sure to actually upload the home recording. I just wanted to be transparent, let y'all know that I know the quality can be improved. Don't currently have the funds to take care of it because they would charge me like another $50 a month if I overgo that cap. Wolf's got a freaking strong ass neck. I'm not break pushing shit like this. Hey, this is the room from before. We did it. We've come full circle jerk. It's gotta be all the moving textures that's doing it. So, downgrading the textures definitely would help. Now, just have to get it higher. Again, it's still weird that it's only certain rooms, because obviously the center chamber of the water temple had a crap ton of moving water and it never lagged. There's only that one room in there. Oh my god, stop. Go. The roll overshot it. Wasn't that perfect? Tell you what. Because this dungeon is giving us issues, I'm, going to go downgrade us for just this one time. I don't think any of the other dungeons should really be a huge issue. But, see how I'm gonna do this. I changed the layout of, the recording window. I'm not... Change to that, and then... and close the game. Probably should have made a save state, but I don't have that stuff set up. So it would have maybe taken a little longer than it will currently. Disable that, and we should be good to go. Studio mode. Now I have no idea what that's doing. Edit. Okay. That worked exactly as it should have. Cool. Cool. I guess I should maybe explain, the studio mode thing lets me, like, touch up what the next screen's gonna look like before I actually bring it up to you guys. So I was making sure that my windows didn't get screwed up when I closed the emulation. So this is what the game originally looked like, mostly. We're still upscaling to 1080p, which fixes a lot of games, really. You'd think that they just make stuff look not great because they weren't going to render well, but nah. They gave us quality models, quality textures, and then they just downscaled it to low resolution to save the frame rate. But if you put in something like Metroid Prime and upscale it, it looks like it could have easily been on the Xbox 360 towards the end of its life cycle when everyone knew what they were doing with it. Metroid Prime is such a pretty game. I have to go back the long way, but I don't have to fight anything, so it should be easy enough. Sorry if my mouse is on the screen, I just moved it. Ah! I'm sure there's no one watching me at the moment, but for y'all on YouTube, feel free to yell at me in the comments. I'm just trying to do a nice thing by trying out the HD texture pack, but that may have made things a little detrimental to the playthrough. I apologize. Obviously, it would have been a much smoother experience had I just left it normal. No, Ford opens it. Okay, we might die. Another thing I gotta get through my head, like how I normally play in higher difficulties, but camera pressure ruins me. Allegedly ruins me. Obviously there's no way I can prove that, but another thing is just fidelity. No, my computer's not top-notch, but I still max out all the current games. Obviously recording it takes a bit more of my computer. It just always pushes it just a little bit over the edge. I'm sure if I wasn't streaming, I wouldn't lag this dungeon at all. fact, I think I might have had my current GPU for about 4 years. I might be due for an upgrade soonish. 3 years. Going on 4. Last year I upgraded the processor, so that's all fine and dandy. I always thought it was something I wouldn't necessarily need, and if you're just a casual gamer, very much the truth, but as so many programs, it speed up compile times quite a lot, so definitely don't skimp out on that if you're programming, you know? Your projects start to get big and you have a lot of scripts that all need to compile at once, it starts to add up. I guess I have to jump off. Zip over to that. I'm surprised I haven't gotten hit yet. I was thinking it might be time to dip out and buy some potions. But with any luck we'll find a Uku. Son of a bitch. It gives you just barely not enough time to make it, which is saddening. You pull it all the way, not only does it take a long time to drag the chain out, but then you have to wait because it locks in place for like a minute. I'm sure in reality it's only like half a second, but it still feels like a very long time. I get up there somehow. So anyway, over the weekend there was a sale on everything published by Focus Home Interactive, so ended up picking up Bound by Flame for $4. I've always been moderately interested in it, just because it's an RPG, but as most third-person action RPGs go, they're all pretty jank, because nobody makes them. The Witcher 3 being one of the only good ones. Kingdoms of Amalur had a lot of potential, but the world scaling was awkward. Hold on, I need to blow these bones up. Anyways, that game got review bombed / laughed into the ground, and I just ended up avoiding it for the longest time. Not Not that I'd never plan to play it, just, you know, if it's not great, I'm gonna like get on sale, obviously. And other good stuff came out, so wasn't high on my priority list. But finally picked it up, played it. It was like 10 hours long, so I beat it in like 2 days. 3 days. Honestly, it wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. Like, I've definitely played worse games. It certainly felt balanced for the most part. The final boss was just a massive difficulty spike from everything else in the game. I kind of had to cheese them. Actually, I absolutely had to cheese them. I couldn't imagine anyone beating it normally. Because my sword was not even doing 1% of his health. Doing half a percent per hit. It's crazy. Anyways, the game was super linear, which not necessarily a bad thing. I thought the armor system was kind of stupid because it was all percentage based rather than, you know, just an armor number. So, you know, later in the game you'd have like 50% damage resistance, but that would mean that, you know, all the enemies are now hitting like trucks to keep it somewhat balanced. I guess I screwed up. Otherwise, writing wasn't terrible. It was, I don't know, kind of like edgy, mature. Same way Gothic or Risen was. And, voice acting wasn't so bad either. A lot of people would say it's a mixed bag. Jeez, how do I keep screwing this up? Guess that was all it took. So a lot of people would have said that this story took unexpected turns, or maybe was just incoherent. I think that's wrong. They didn't follow along, or they didn't listen to the characters, in my opinion. It made sense and came to the conclusion that they said they were going to from the beginning. Well, I understood it anyways. So there were no real complaints with that, except for the fact that the game kind of tells you to sod off if you're evil. / embrace the power of the demon, not necessarily evil. And overall, your choices just didn't matter at all. You make one bad decision, that's it. You're now the bad guy, apparently. It's very saddening. The gameplay was competent enough. For a 10-hour game, it didn't overstay its welcome. It was getting a little stale towards the end, though. And all there really is to say about the game. It was pretty unremarkable. Mediocre, the proper word to use for it. Interesting ideas, but mediocre nonetheless. Definitely doesn't deserve the absolute bombing it got, though. That was the last ghost, right? Killed 4, which means I can go back to the main room. Oops. I need a ball shot. I guess I can say I'm glad I finally played it, because it definitely doesn't deserve to not be played. It's not for the asking price. I also picked up Vampire, but I'm not far enough in that to talk about it. So, I look forward to my thoughts on that next week. My brother came home a lot earlier than expected, by the way. You're wondering why I'm talking a lot more softly. He might just be on break, I don't know. Wow, I wonder what that could be. That's the gimmicky dungeon item. Sorry, mouse is on the screen again. I don't really need to do much explaining. It's obviously a gear hog of some sort, right? You don't use it very often, but it's still super gimmicky and you have to wonder why it exists. There is one more tool in this game, though, that you use literally one time. So, it could be worse. I guess I have to jump down this pit. I think maybe there's a claw shot spot for me to lower myself, but like it. Oh, that'll do it. Jump down and break my legs, which wouldn't make me feel good. Oh, you forgot I found that heart piece. Give me a heal. That's awesome. I don't think there were any chests. Nope, I just lied. Probably a heart piece in there or something. Done a good chunk of the dungeon. I've only found one, so it's gotta be another one, right? Or it can be the key, even better. See what else we can find here. This thing was raised up literally one level. Obviously the way to go is all the way at the bottom. And now we have the key. So, good thing I went up first, I guess. Oh, I remember this room. I died a lot in here. Why'd I die? Because those invisible rats are here. You can hear them, but I didn't know. So they kind of slow you down even more once you start walking in the sand. I have to be very careful about that, because sand deaths take out 2 hearts. So shitty. I don't know why these spikes don't come up. Kind of misleading. Pretty sure this is on a timer, and I have to go pull another one on the other side. Could be full of shit. Nope, it's on a timer. I have to make my way through the actual entrance. Covered in rats, just like I was talking about. It's closed. Plus there's that thing to screw you over if you're not moving fast. Now it's out in the open, I have to kill it, otherwise it'll freeze me next time. They'd make you do more of like a zippy-zaggy to get through there, but it looks like they literally just make you take the longest U-turn possible. A little lazy on their part, if I'm being honest. Effective enough though while the rats are still around. It's the guy. I want to hit a freaking left bumper to open my inventory, but that's not how this works. Oh, bitch. That's what I wanted to do. I don't want to miss by letting it crawl off into the distance. I had a feeling that was gonna happen, that's why I bothered with killing him. Otherwise I would've just ran. Pretty sure you can claw up this. Never mind, I need the gear spinner to get over there even. Oh. Right. I can get a better view from up here. Now this is gonna sound crazy and 0 chance it's true. Am I stupid? No. Of course not. See, 0 chance. Thought maybe I could climb up this wall. Not happening. You know why I am stupid though? Because that gate to open was actually over here, and the map was showing me the whole time, and I just refused to look. I'd lose my shit if this was happening to me. Absolutely horrifying being covered in bugs like that. You weren't even biting him or anything, you're just slowing you down. This feels like a mini boss room. Probably a big Gibdo or something. Yep. Not a big Gibdo, I think it's a ghost with a big ass sword. But mini boss. If we were to compare this to the Forest Temple again, this would be the Phantom Ganon boss. Yes. I think you might actually have to fight it as a wolf because you can't see him. Yeah, they do turn purple when you can attack them. I guess he's revealed himself, so I could probably shoot him or something. thought that might work. Wow. Kicked his ass. He looks cool as fuck, though. Give him that. So this right here should be gear spinner. You can see it right there. Big gear. This is where Marcus Phoenix was buried. Alright, now we got the gimmick. I always thought this was super satisfying. You feel like you're moving so fast while you're on it. And you can jump off and do a little short range spin attack. Does damage though. I would just pulled it out for fun. It's not necessarily an effective means of travel though, because you slow down very quickly. If you're going down a slope though, you do get some speed off of it. So it's kind of like a skateboard, but you just put it away once you slow down completely. Also, if you're trying to like AFK and not run into walls, you bounce off them. Pretty neat. The big room. We're gonna do a lot of bouncing. But there is a heart piece in here. I remember it specifically because it's it was interesting to get to. This thing is gimmicky, but it's interesting at least, even though you only use it the once. There are a couple overworld puzzles to use it, but only a couple. Also, it saves you from sinking into the sand, so you can get a little distance off it. I guess that would be its main in-universe function. They probably built it to surf on the sands. Out way too perfectly. Notice how I'm gaining speed every time I do a jump. It does feel ever so satisfying. Exit, but there's clearly more chests in the room, so I must have missed a jump somewhere. Go back and see if I can get anything else. Gotta be another heart piece. Maybe that's asking a bit much to have two in the same room. Oh. I thought it all. This way. Oh! Okay, so that's just a normal chest. It says this level's clean. That's the floor map we're seeing. That one, son of a bitch. Staring at the mini-map, didn't realize I was going against the way it was turning. See how much speed I'm gaining off this, though? What is this? Hey, we made it. Yeah, I guess I just wasted time. There were no actual chests to go grab. Cool. What if Zelda was a Sonic? Got the big boy. Now, you can go stick it up your ass. I guess I have enough health to do the boss. There's probably a fairy outside the room, as there usually is. This might actually be the room before the boss, so I should break some skulls. I guess not. Play the Song of Storms, somebody. Trying to be slick and do it while I was moving. Screwed up though. Spinner in the middle. I need to jump off this at the right height. And land down. Oh yeah. Dab on them haters. And I spin her away. One of these has to have a fairy in it. Them's the rules. Oh. Oh well. I don't think I was able to shoot my bow while I was on it, so this boss might be gear spinner damage only. Could be interesting. I remember this fight being really cool. It's a very similar boss in Skyward Sword, but this one's cooler. Dragon. Or demon, I don't know. This may or may not be the corpse of Ganon. The sick ass looking sword. I wish you can get it. Go along with that Twilight armor set that doesn't exist. Star-Lord. I think I might actually need to use bombs, or bomb arrows, whichever. This phaser it. Nah, I gotta pull the spinal column. Flash it with the spinner? Stay on this and avoid the other spinnies to be enough speed to make it there. I don't remember this part of the fight. It's fun. See, it is like a bit of a fake out, because this usually happens when you destroy a boss, but then you see there's spinner tracks all along the wall as it's going down. You also notice that the head didn't explode. My goal here is to just avoid his attacks and get enough speed to actually catch up with the head and bop him. However, because the space so far is in between, you have to travel up high enough to actually avoid the attack and get onto the other side of the wall. I don't think I reacted fast enough. Thing. Maybe I should try spamming it as soon as I land. Not nothing else I can do, like, you definitely can't dodge that. Kinda had the right idea. I'm still not close enough to bash him in the head yet, though. Bitch. Out that time. Take it. I think you could probably get hit one more time from before dying. So, paper instinct engaged, I guess. Don't have to worry about spinners. Notice how the ones on this side of the wall don't screw upward. So you're not going to get any closer to the boss if you stay over here away from the spinners. Overdid it a little bit. Something about the bass in this song makes me want to play Paperboy. I don't know why that did. Paperboy 64. Not the NES one. I think that's a bass anyways. South Park FPS game that had a similar sounding bass twang thing. The game was great for land deathmatch, whatever the hell you call that. The word is slipping my mind. 1v1 me, voice or P-balls only. Enjoyed that game a lot. I think GoldenEye is super jank, but that game is... South Park 1 is essentially like Doom, I guess. It works. Because N64 didn't have 2 sticks, it was pretty awkward to aim in GoldenEye. Not to mention it was ugly as all hell. Didn't have 2 sticks, and one of the sticks broke extremely easy. Its 64 controller sucks ass. Bite me. It has the Z button on the tank on the controller. It looks like a goddamn spaceship. You literally have to take your hand off the controller to reach the D-pad. Ridiculous. It's such a deviation from the SNES controller. Then you go look at the current, no, even the classic plugin for the Wii. It just looks like a SNES controller with 2 sticks on it. Like, seems like the way they would have went naturally. You have to wonder who pulled the N64 controller out of their ass. There's no teleport in this dungeon because there's lore up top. It's a Persia-ass music. I don't know why I feel like there's gonna be a chest under one of these. I'm sure there's not. Now, for a spiritual fancy mirror to be, I guess they couldn't have picked a better place than the Gerudo Desert, considering that that dungeon had a big focus on mirrors and sunlight and whatnot. It's also possible this statue right here may have came from the Spirit Temple. This prison isn't just a direct conversion of it. I did mention before that the Master Sword is able to put these guys down, right? It seals darkness or whatever. Now this version of it. Now. So that's here because we're gonna come back here for another dungeon very late in the game. Generous of them. They could have put one outside the temple, but they decided to do it right at the place you need to go. lot cooler if it, like, made progress every time you mashed A, but it doesn't. Kind of give it enough spin till it has energy to start up, I guess. The coin is broken. How much of a mirror is it? Sagez. The dwarf. Notice that it does say Ganondorf, as in the Gerudo King, not the Demon King, Ganon. There are some instances of the timeline where he just never appears again. I think that he looks a lot less obviously evil and anti-Semitic than his old design. I really like the current one. Got leather armor, baggy pants. He definitely looks like more of a thief than a warlock. And he's got the Gerudo gold like a Persian king would have. Oh, and notice this looks very similar to the time gate in Skyward Sword. This gate definitely has nothing to do with that time gate that was destroyed in Lanier Province. And the Twilight Zone is definitely not the past, when Demise ruled the world, maybe. Literally a baseless theory, but interesting to think about. Okay, so they pretty much just told us 3 more dungeons, plus the Twilight Zone itself, and then the final dungeon. So that's 5? The Sky Temple itself takes a lot of work to get to, so that'll probably be a 2-episode thing. But the other ones are fun. Okay, so... I'm not gonna get into the whole story, but quick explanation of events that have happened. This is after the normal ending of Ocarina, where Ganondorf gets arrested after you tell Zelda about the future, I guess. I never understood what really happened there. Ganondorf got arrested and executed, essentially. But you technically still opened the way to the Temple of Time, so he already stole the Triforce. He just never got a chance to use it. And because the Gerudo King was executed, and he's their only male, and they now had no one to breed with, the Gerudo then went to war with Hyrule. And that's why you see battlefields all over the place, and why there's no Gerudo around anymore. They're all dead. Except for Telma. And, when we go back to the Ancient Grove, I'll get a bit more into, the following events. Or whatever happens next, actually. There's a lot of, during the war / post-war stuff that needs to be explained. I just think it's very interesting how there's like a clear chain of events that you can follow to get to the current iteration of the world. I think that's all that we're gonna do today. And I guess we'll have to stop back at Telma's bar and they'll tell us how to get to the other areas. I think it's probably the Ancient Grove we do first. No, it's the Snow Place, which is funner. I really like that dungeon. So, ice level next time. It'll be fun. See you guys later.